Again, you know, band pass filter is a filter. It will allow the certain range of frequencies. Okay, it will not allow low frequency. It will not allow very high frequencies, but it will allow the frequencies which are in between this range. Okay, so its lowest cutoff frequency is FL, highest cutoff frequency is FH. Okay, so again, how can we design band pass filter? Band pass filter can be designed separately, or it can be designed with help of low pass filter and high pass filter. Okay, so again, the design of band pass filter, for this design we are having two types. One is we can directly design the band pass filter, or otherwise with help of low pass filter and high pass filter we can realize the operation of the band pass filter. Again, in general, the RLC network, series RLC circuit in general will act as a band pass filter in general, series RLC circuit, because it will allow the frequencies that is near to the resonant frequencies. Okay, so that can act as a band pass filter, because the tuned circuit is also one example of the tuned circuit is one examples of the band pass filter, tuned circuit. Okay, so again, suppose if the band pass filter is made with help of both low pass filter and high pass filter, the only condition is the higher cutoff frequency should be greater than the lower cutoff frequency. Because for a low pass filter, we'll have higher cutoff frequency. For high pass filter, we'll have lower cutoff frequency. Then if FH is greater than FL, then only we can get the band pass filter nature. See, when you have both low pass filter and high pass filter, first you pass it your signal through low pass filter, then the output of the low pass filter will be given to the high pass filter. Finally, you will get output signal where with respect to output and your input, the operation is now the band pass filter nature, because this filter will allow all the frequencies up to FH, but the next filter will not allow the low frequencies. Okay, so again, only up to this frequency you are having now at this stage. Again, this will be eliminated, so you'll get the band pass filter nature. Okay, so the only condition is here, the FH should be greater than FL. Okay, if you want to design the band pass filter with the help of low pass and high pass, this is the only condition you have to follow. Okay, so next, band stop filter or band elimination filter. Okay, again, the nature will be like this filter nature. Okay, it will allow low frequency and will also it will allow high frequency, but it will not allow the middle frequencies. It will not allow the middle frequencies. Suppose if this is the notation, okay, then again mid frequencies it is not allowing, then how can we realize that? Okay, so again you take the low pass filter and high pass filter, but the only condition is here FL should be greater than FH. FL should be greater than FH. Then again the connection will be like this. It's like a parallel connection. First you pass it your signal through low pass filter. Okay, because the low pass filter will allow these signals. And the same input is given through high pass filter, and this will allow these signals. Then you are making addition. You are making the addition. Then finally you can get this answer. Okay, with respect in output with respect to input you'll get this answer. So this combination will act as a band stop filter. Again, with respect to the transfer function, finally for any circuit we can write the transfer function. Transfer function is like the relation between the output and input. Suppose the transfer function of the particular network is like this, 1 by 1 plus tau s, then that will act as a low pass filter. That will act as a low pass filter, because already we have seen this. We took some circuit, RC circuit. What we got for h of omega, that is 1 plus j omega RC. Again, j omega can be written as j omega can be written as s, RC can be written as tau. That means 1 plus tau s. And where tau is the time constant of the circuit, where s is representing the frequency, that is j omega. So suppose if the transfer function is given like this, if the transfer function is in this format, then that circuit, okay, the transfer function will act as a low pass filter. Okay, then how to identify this nature? You just substitute s is equal to 0. Once if you substitute s is equal to 0, h of s value is 1. That means at a low frequency this transfer function is giving some value. But whereas if you substitute s equal to infinite, then h of s value is 0. That means at high frequency it is not giving any value. So that means it is allowing low frequency but not the high frequency. So this filter is a low pass filter. Then next, if you have a high pass filter nature, h of s is equal to tau s divided by 1 plus tau s. Again, in the examination, it's not necessary that they have to give this tau. Okay, the tau may not be present also, because again the tau can represent the DC gain of the system. So sometime it may be eliminated also. So that means what, you can get simply s by 1 plus tau s also. Okay, so once if it is given like this, then it will act as a high pass filter. Okay, then what is the how to identify? Suppose you put s is equal to 0. Once if you put s is equal to 0, the h of s value is 0. That means what, at low it is not allowing the low frequency. Then what happens to the high frequency? If s is equal to infinite, okay, directly you cannot substitute infinite, because infinite divided by infinite, it is indeterminate format. So you apply the limit and you make some adjustment. Okay, you would divide both the numerator and denominator by s, so that you will get tau by 1 by s, 1 by s plus tau. Then if you substitute s is equal to infinite, then this will become 0. Tau by tau is equal to 1. That means what, it is allowing the high frequency but not the low frequency. So this filter is called as a high pass filter. High pass filter. Okay, again if you see one more thing, as this is the low pass filter, mostly this angle will be negative. Okay, for any frequency you take, this angle will be negative. Okay, generally the low pass filter will produce negative angle. Similarly, the high pass filter angle will be positive. High pass filter angle will be positive, because again in the numerator you are getting 90-degree, but in the denominator your angle will be in between 0 to 90-degree only, in between 0 to 90-degree only. So that's why always if you see the effective phase, the phase will be always positive. Okay, so that's why the low pass filter will produce negative phase. The low pass filter will produce negative phase. The high pass filter will produce positive phase. Okay, that's another important thing. Okay, so next, what is the uh, other filter nature? Say all pass filter. Suppose h of s is equal to 1 minus tau s divided by 1 plus tau s. Okay, and this will denote the all pass filter nature. Okay, where again we can replace s with respect to omega, j omega, then 1 minus j omega tau, 1 plus j omega tau. Then you take the magnitude, okay, mod h of omega, square root of 1 plus omega tau square, again square root of 1 plus omega tau square, which is equal to 1. That means what, irrespective of frequency, whatever may be the frequency, the gain of the system is 1. That means what, it is allowing all the frequencies from 0 to infinite. It is allowing all the frequencies. That's why this filter is called as a all pass filter. This filter is called as a all pass filter. Okay, then again what is the phase of the all pass filter? The phase phi is equal to minus tan inverse omega tau, again minus tan inverse omega tau minus 2 tan inverse omega tau. Okay, so once if it is 2 minus 2 tan inverse omega tau, when omega tau value is very less, it will produce very less negative phase. When the omega tau value is very high, it can go up to infinite. Then tan infinite is 90-degree. That means minus 180-degree. Again, the phase, okay, the gain is constant, but phase of the system is increasing negatively up to 180-degree. Okay, gain is unity, but phase varies with the frequency, okay, negatively up to minus 180-degree. Okay, so again all pass filter means the gain is constant. Okay, the phase will vary. Okay, phase is not constant, phase will vary with respect to frequency. Okay, so this is called as all pass filter. This is called as all pass filter. Okay, again once if you have a all pass filter nature, okay, then if you plot it on the s plane, okay, if we plot it on the s plane, 1 minus tau s, then tau s is equal to 1, then that means plus 1 by tau. Okay, so plus 1 by tau, and again you will get a minus 1 by tau, minus 1 by tau. So So that means what? If you have a poles and zeros, that is sorry. If one is sorry in the numerator it is 1 minus tau s. That means you'll get like this. Okay, zeros and poles will be like this. Okay, again if the poles and zeros are symmetric, okay, with respect to origin, then that will produce the all pass filter nature. That will produce the all pass filter nature. That means what? Suppose if you design some system like this, say there are two poles and there are two zeros, okay, then finally this may act as a all pass filter. This may act as a all pass filter. Okay, so you take some exercise. Okay, you take some exercise for all pass filter. You choose -1, -1 plus j1, and also -1 minus j1. Similarly here +1 j1 and another zeros here +1 j1. You write the transfer function. Okay, you write the transfer function. In the numerator zeros will come, in the denominator poles will come. Then what is the structure of the equation? Okay, what is the structure of the equation? And then finally you try to put s is equal to 0 and s is equal to infinite. Okay, then you observe the nature whether all are one, or otherwise you just find out what is the magnitude. Okay, what is the magnitude, whether that is unity or not. Okay, so whenever the poles and zeros are symmetric with respect to origin, then that corresponding circuit or transfer function will act as a all pass filter. All pass filter. Okay, so next, second order filter. Second order filter. So far we are discussing the first order filter. First order in the filter in the sense we will have only one time constant. Okay, we will have only one time constant, that is tau. Then it is called as a first order filter. And also the maximum degree of the s is simply 1. Okay, if simply 1, then that means this is first order filter. Okay, then we can also have the second order filter. Okay, suppose for a low pass filter, the second order filter nature is numerator something is there, then in the denominator it is like some constant. The denominator we will have s square plus as plus b. Okay, so for s we are getting the maximum value is s square. So order is 2. Okay, so second order differential equation, once if you write it in the time domain equation, then this will be the second order equation. That's why this is second order filter. Okay, then what is happening when s is equal to 0? When s is equal to 0, you are getting h of 0 is equal to p divided by p. P is some constant and this b is also some constant. So finally it is providing some gain. Okay, whereas what happens when s is equal to infinite? Okay, it is h of infinite, then 1 by infinite is 0. Okay, so it is allowing low frequency but not the high frequency, so it acts as a low pass filter, but it is a higher order, second order low pass filter. Okay, then what is the high pass filter nature? In second order high pass filter will be p s square and s square as plus b. Okay, so in the numerator along with the constant we are getting s square, then it can act as a high pass filter. Okay, say again what is happening when s is equal to 0? When s is equal to 0, what is h of 0? Simply 0, simply 0. Okay, 0 by 0 plus something, then 0 plus something, then it is 0. Then what happens when you substitute s is equal to infinite? S is equal to infinite, then again limit s tends to infinite h of s. You cannot directly substitute infinite because infinite by infinite is indeterminate format. So you just divide both the numerator and denominator with respect to s square, then you'll get p divided by 1 plus a by s plus b by s square. Then once if you substitute s is equal to infinite, p plus 1 a by infinite and b by infinite, again p plus 1 plus 0 0. So finally, you are getting P. You are getting P. So that means what? It is not allowing the low frequency, but it is allowing the high frequency. So it will act as a high pass filter. It will act as a high pass filter. Okay, so next we will see the band pass filter nature. Band pass filter. Okay, so band pass filter transfer function will be like h of s is equal to ps s square as plus b. Okay, then what is at s is equal to 0? Okay, if it is s is equal to 0, h of 0 is equal to 0, then again when you substitute s is equal to infinite, limit s tends to infinite, h of s again divide both the numerator and denominator with respect to s. Okay, then this is p by s plus a by simply a plus b by s. Then you substitute infinite. Okay, infinite plus a plus 0, then finally this is 0. Okay, so it is not allowing the low frequency and also it is not allowing the high frequency. So the filter could be, okay, either, okay, so the only option is the filter has to be the band pass filter. Okay, it is not allowing the low frequency and not allowing the high frequency. Okay, so some frequency it has to allow, so it will allow some middle frequency. So the filter nature will be, it is like a band pass filter. Okay, so it's like this. Okay, it is yes. Okay, so it is not allowing the low frequency, it's not allowing the high frequency, so it is allowing some middle frequency. So this nature is like band pass filter. Okay, if we see one thing here. Okay, so for a low pass filter, okay, for a low pass filter, we have written the first order equation. High pass filter also we have written first order equation. Similarly, for low pass filter and high pass filter, we have written the second order equation. But for band pass filter, we are writing the higher order filter equation. Okay, but not in the first order. Okay, so in the first order equation, we have not written anything for band pass filter because okay, to realize the band pass filter, you need at least second order system, because to realize the band pass filter nature, you know, from the experience, from your previous experience of the tuned circuit, it is the basic circuit for a band pass filter. You need minimum one inductor and capacitor. So once if you have one inductor and capacitor, definitely the order of the system will be 2. Okay, so to realize the band pass filter, minimum you need two element. Okay, two, one inductor, one capacitor, then definitely the order of the system will be 2. So the minimum order of the band pass filter will be 2. Similarly for the band stop filter also. Similarly for the band stop filter. Okay, so the next band stop filter or band elimination filter, where h of s is equal to ps square plus q divided by s square as plus b. Then once if s is 0, h of s is equal to q divided by b, some constant. Q is some constant, b is some constant. Ultimately some value is there. When s is equal to infinite, okay, limit s tends to infinite, h of s, you divide both the numerator and denominator with respect to s square, then p plus q by s square 1 plus a by s b by s square. Okay, when s tends to infinite, p plus 0 0 sorry, p plus 0 1 plus 0 plus 0, so you are getting some p. Okay, so again some constant is there. Okay, some constant is there, so that means it is allowing the low frequency and also it is allowing the high frequency. Again, once if this is the case, it is allowing the low frequency also it is allowing, high frequency low frequency also it is allowing, high frequency also it is allowing. Again, once if this is the case, there are two cases are possible because we do not know what is happening at the middle frequency, at the mid frequency. When we do not know what is happening at the mid frequency, suppose if it is allowing the mid frequency, then it may be the all pass filter, because we do not know. Okay, so if it is allowing the mid frequency, then it may be the all pass filter. If it is not allowing the mid frequency, then it may be the band stop filter. Again, with our previous experience, okay, with our previous experience, we have to tackle this situation, because for a all pass filter, what is important? The symmetriness is important. Symmetriness is important. Symmetry between the poles and zeros. Okay, you just visualize your poles and zeros, whether they will follow the symmetry or not. But once if you see something here, all the poles and zeros are only on the left side only. Okay, but for a all pass filter, okay, either it has to follow the symmetry. That means poles and zeros will be present on both right side as well as left side. And one thing I told you, see, one more confusion you may have here. Say whenever all pass filter nature comes, okay, if this is all pass filter, okay, again zeros could be on the right side, but okay, for a realizable system, okay, zeros can be anywhere. It may be on the left side or right side, but for poles has to be definitely on the left side. Okay, it is very important. For a realizable system, zeros can be anywhere on the S plane. Okay, it's very important. For realizable system, zeros can be anywhere. Zeros can be anywhere, but pole has to be left side or at imaginary axis. This is very important condition. Okay, so again, if you see here, okay, once if it follows the symmetriness, then that is all pass filter. Again, it will not follow the symmetriness, so definitely this is band stop filter. Again, the another important is whenever they given us the circuit, again it is little bit tricky. Okay, when they give some circuit, okay, again you will substitute low frequency and high frequency. Then what is happening at mid frequency? When you know the structure, no problem. But once if it is given in terms of circuit, again we have to put some extra condition. Okay, so that we can identify whether this is all pass filter or band stop filter. Okay, we'll see that later. Once if we take some problem, then it will be clear. Okay, so again, what is the all pass filter? Second order all pass filter. Second order all pass filter, where h of s is equal to s square minus ps plus q, and this is s square as plus b. This is all pass filter nature. Again, you can write mod h of omega. Okay, mod h of omega, that is simply, again, once if you write mod h of omega, definitely this will be 1. Okay, then how to write it? Okay, so h of omega, okay, j omega, you substitute j omega, okay, minus omega square minus p j omega plus q divided by minus omega square plus a j omega, and again plus b. Okay, then once if you take the magnitude, okay, you take the magnitude, okay, q minus omega square whole square plus p omega whole square overall square root b minus omega square whole square a omega whole square. Again, when you substitute omega any value, you will get some value finally. Okay, for all frequencies, you will get some value. Again, depending on the relationship between A and P and Q and B. Okay, then when these are all exactly same, Okay, if P and A or Q and B are exactly same, then exactly you'll get one value, modulus 1. Again, once if you draw the uh, zeros and poles nature, here you'll get complex pole, here you'll get the complex zero. Again, it acts as a all pass filter, all pass filter. Okay, so next we'll take some circuit, then we'll identify the nature of the filter. Okay, identify the filter type. Okay, so again, this is input V1, this is output. Okay, now what is the nature of the filter? Okay, then as usual, you substitute the condition at low frequency when f is equal to 0. Okay, inductor will act as a short circuit, capacitor will act as a open circuit. Okay, then once if that is the case, it will be like this. Okay, it will be like this. Then what is V naught with respect to V input? What is V naught with respect to V input? Anybody? What will be the output now? Is it 0 or VI or VI with some relation? Any idea? Output voltage varuma varada? Enna voltage sir varum?
Respect to some input voltage.
With respect to some input voltage or only input voltage?
With respect to some input voltage.
With respect to some. Yes, what about others?
V naught equal to Vi also.
V naught is equal to Vi. Okay, so please go to the computer and do the simulation. Then only you understand. Okay, all of you go to the computer. Okay, online. You do the simulation. You draw the circuit. Observe the input and output relationship. You give some input 5 volt. Observe the output. Output also will be 5 volt. Okay, so the output is exactly is equal to input in this case, because see, in the beginning you cannot tell, but in the starting of the course, but this is like at the end of the course. You should not struggle. Okay, just by seeing the problem you have to tell the answer. Okay, so you apply your common sense. Okay, or you go by any method, no problem, KVL, KCL or any other method. Finally you'll get V naught is equal to VA. Okay, so so the relation between V naught and VA is they are exactly same. They are exactly same. Okay, again, if I solve this, again it is time consuming. So please solve it yourself. If you're not getting answer, I will solve it. Okay, V naught is equal to VI. Okay, so then next, at high frequency, what is the state of the circuit when F is equal to infinite? When F is equal to infinite, okay, again, the capacitor will act as a short circuit, inductor will act as a open circuit. When F is equal to infinite, inductor will act as a open circuit, capacitor will act as a short circuit, then the diagram will be like this. Okay, this is input, this is output, this is R1, R2 and R3. Now what is VO sir? V output with respect to V input? Is it VI or 0 or VI with some relation? Anybody? சொல்லுங்க. Yes, no idea.
V output equal to 0, sir.
0. Yes, V output is equal to 0. Okay. Here, V output is equal to 0. Okay. So again, how it is 0? If you see here, say for example, if some current is coming here this way, okay, say we are assuming that some current is coming from the source, that current can go here only. Okay, suppose I take it as II. Again, same current will go here, and again it goes here only, short circuit path. Again, what is the current flow here? The current flow here is 0 ampere. What is the current flow here? That is 0 ampere. Again here 0 ampere. Okay, then what is the voltage drop here? 0. 0 ampere multiplied with R2 is 0. Then you apply the KVL in this loop, then definitely V output is equal to 0. V output is equal to 0. So that means it is allowing the low frequency, but not the high frequency, So this is a low pass filter. This is a low pass filter. Okay, so next we'll take another question. Okay, so to solve this problem, you need to know one concept. What is the LC equivalent when it is parallel? What is the LC equivalent when it is series? Okay, you should know that condition, then only you can solve this problem. Okay, so now my question is, I am at resonant frequency, F naught, then what is the equivalent circuit for parallel LC? Anybody? When I am at resonant condition, how can I represent parallel LC with respect to impedance value? Is it short or open or some impedance? When I am at resonance, yes ma'am, when I am at resonance,
real part மட்டும்
புரியல ma'am.
resistance real part இருக்கும்.
Resistance real part that I know. What is the equivalent circuit for L and C? Anyway, resistance real parts will be there. What is the equivalent circuit of LC parallel combination at resonance? Okay, so உங்களுடைய பாயிண்ட் படி வரேன். Suppose again R will be here, L will be here, C will be here. Okay, so whenever again this is R. Okay, finally if you find out the input impedance, that input impedance value is R. இது கரெக்ட்டுங்களா மேம்? எஸ், நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி இது கரெக்டா?
ஆமா சார்.
இது கரெக்ட். Okay, now I'll come to the point. So I take some resistance. I take again L and C combinedly. I am putting it as another resistance. L and C combinedly I am putting it as other resistance because I need the equivalent structure for L and C. What should be the value of this one, so that if I take the parallel combination, again the answer will be R itself. Okay, so are you understanding this? I am taking the resistance in parallel with some other resistance. Okay, some other resistance, say it is R1. Again, R1 value could be anything from 0 to infinite. But what should be the value of R1, that new resistance value, so that again I will get R. Okay, so again, if you are not understanding this, okay, I will take R some value. Say for example 10 ohm. R1 another value. It can be any value in between 0 to infinite. Okay, so now what is the exercise? Again, this R and R1 is in parallel combination. That means R1 divided by R plus R1. Anyway, R value is fixed. R value is fixed. You vary the R from 0 to infinite. You take R1 is equal to 0, R1 is equal to 5, R1 is equal to 10, R1 is equal to 100, R1 is equal to 10 power 4. Next, R1 is equal to 10 power 6, R1 is equal to 10 power 8, R1 is equal to 10 power 10, R1 is equal to 10 power 20. You take different values, then you do this calculation, then you'll observe something. Okay, so again, this video will end now. We'll meet after 10 minutes. In the meantime, you just find out the answer for this one. You do this calculation, then you will understand what is happening when you make the parallel combination of the resistance. Okay, again, okay, so you do this exercise in the meantime.